Get ready.
There's a huge universe out there. With a lot of galaxies.
We gotta get everyone out of here. Go, go, go! Mamma mia.
I demand that you release my father.
Over my dead body.
Fine with me.
My Koopas! Your king has returned!
Long live the king!
The Bowser name shall be feared once more.
Oh no! Everyone calm down.
Toad, pack our things.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh, princess, you're going to regret that.
Hello, maggots.
Super Mario Galaxy killed my grandma. Well, this was awful. Honestly, I wasn't expecting too much coming off the heels of the first movie. I liked it quite a bit at the time. I think it's only kind of soured with age. I think this was partially due to the assumption that the movie would be complete brain dead nonsense like Illumination usually makes. It seemed that Nintendo being involved at least kept it from being, like complete slop. Say what you will about the first movie, at least it's a movie with things like themes and perks, even if it's the most cliche of all time, which are probably my biggest criticisms of that movie, but I digress. This movie was made for children with a 5-second attention span who can barely get through a YouTube short. I thought people were exaggerating, but no, it's actually that bad. It was everything we feared the first movie would be.
Oh no.
Problem numero uno is the name. While this may seem similar if you played the Nintendo Wii classic Super Mario Galaxy, but you are being tricked by deceptive marketing and music things. Despite this being the Mario Galaxy movie, it's hardly referenced in the film, aside from 2 locations, some brief tracks, and a few characters, really. Other than that, the movie is more of its own story, and if anything, references games like Mario Odyssey a whole lot. In this movie, we are introduced to Rosalina, who, spoilers, it's later revealed is actually Princess Peach's older sister. While some people are upset by this change, as that has never been the case before, and that's totally valid, I personally don't really care so long as they do something interesting with it. Do they? No. No, they do not. Granted, that might be due to the fact that she's probably less than 10 minutes of the movie if we sat down and actually counted it all. Yes, Princess Rosalina is barely in the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Nice. That's sort of like making a Godzilla movie where he's barely in it. Hey. So she's kidnapped by Bowser Jr., who is Bowser's son. Who is Bowser's spouse? No clue. To be fair, that was never actually explained in the game either, so who knows? Maybe he was born artificially, or maybe Bowser reproduces asexually or something. While she's captured, Aluma happens to escape and goes to the Mushroom Kingdom to ask Princess Peach for help, since Rosalina told the Lumas to go to her if they were ever in any trouble. Meanwhile, Mario and Luigi meet Yoshi. Yoshi was probably the thing I was worried about a big attachment with the big green dinosaur, being the star. Many great games, I always played him in all the spin-offs until I grew up and realized that Mario just made more sense. Yoshi is fine. He's totally okay in this. And I heard he got an actual voice actor who was a little scared, but he's basically unintelligible aside from a few words. And hearing Donald Glover's voice in that pitch is really funny. It's kind of like what I'd imagine Childish Gambino would sound like in a song. My only problem with him is that he's essentially just the character there to do cool shit and not much else. He's cool and cute, and you want to buy toys of him. Many, many toys. He also has this weird thing with Toad, where Toad doesn't really like him, but they kind of forget about him. After this, the Luma meets Peach, who takes Toad with her to find Rosalina, leaving the Mario Bros. In charge of the kingdom. Remember this plot point, because they'll forget it later. We do get a pretty good montage of the brothers protecting the kingdom, but it can fall into the category of key jingling, which is something I want to go more into depth later in this video. Meanwhile, Peach goes to a space railway with the help of Luma to look for information on Rosalina. This part sort of breaks my brain a little. In the last movie, there was so much care into the different worlds and how strange it was for them to mix, or how normal the regular world was compared to the Mushroom Kingdom. In this movie, the Space Railway is full of regular-ass Mario characters for some reason. How did they even get there? I know it's a kid's movie, and maybe I shouldn't care so much, but it's extremely distracting. It just shows how little of a fuck was given when writing the script. They are then robbed by a deceptive monkey, and after chasing him down and going through an invisible wall because gaming, they run into Wart. For those that don't know, Wart is from the second American Super Mario Bros. Game, and the evil king of Subcon, which is a dream world, which this is not. Here, I guess him and his crew are just thugs in this railway. Don't really get why he's still dressed like a king, but sure. As a fan of Mario 2, it's just sort of confusing. You have all these recognizable characters, but they are nothing like their counterparts, but it just looks like something you remember. It feels cheap. Also, Birdo is in the crew, so it feels wasteful that even she is just cannon fodder, but whatever. Conveniently, Wart happens to know where Rosalina is for some reason, because he's in league with Bowser Jr. for some reason. Peach beats all of his men with her Super Smash Bros. Moveset, which is only an omen of things to come, I'm sure. While this part is well directed and nice to look at, it sort of highlights how boring this movie is. Peach never really struggles, she just fights all these guys with little to no trouble and just wins instantly. I'm not saying that she's a woman and shouldn't fight or whatever, but you always want to see someone win when they struggle. I just want a reason to give a shit, that's all. After finding the location, she then looks for a ride, which we are then shown references. We sure love our references, don't we, folks? She gets a ride from Star Fox, who is just fucking there, or I really should say Fox McCloud. We'll come back to this, put a pin in this. While this is happening, Mario and Luigi get attacked by Bowser Jr. and are separated from the rest of the Toads. They then enter an uneasy alliance with Bowser, who swears he's reformed, and after some convincing, is turned back to his regular size because he was turned small at the end of the last movie. They actually try to show that Bowser is a good person deep down, and he really just wants to show that he's better and changed. I don't like this. I just don't really see the point. It doesn't really add to the comedy and just feels like a weak attempt to make him more of a character or something for some reason. It only makes it stranger that he heel turns to team up with his so they can have a cool planet with a giant cannon that can destroy the universe. This is explained to us in a scene that actually starts off really sweet and touching, and then just becomes an expositional onslaught on how a cannon this strong can only be powered by a cosmic princess. Why? How? Is this just common knowledge? How does Bowser even know that? If he's friendly with Mario, why doesn't he just convince his kid to like chill out? They can still have their planet. Also, they want a cannon to destroy the universe. Did they forget that's where they live? I thought this was a setup for a joke or something, but it's played completely straight. I think maybe they misunderstood the plot of the game, but in that game, Bowser was going to destroy the universe and remake it in his image. That's a little different, wouldn't you say? Anyway, they end up stranded on the Honeycomb Galaxy. Yeah, an actual location for Mario Galaxy. Oh, who would have thought? Where Bowser takes hard labor for them while they get a ride to the railway to meet up with Peach just before she leaves with Fox. Although this hard labor only lasts like 2 seconds because Bowser Jr. saves him instantly, so what exactly was the point other than moving the plot along? Hmm. What does this choice even mean for Bowser's character? Did it even matter? Does anything even matter? They then get into a skirmish with Bowser Jr.'s UFO in the Artwing and get shot by a reference to turn into another reference and crash land on a location from Mario Odyssey, which is, yes, a reference. This is the part of the movie where I guess they realized they had to fill up at least 10 more minutes so the Mario Bros can fuck around as babies for a bit, so we can reference Yoshi's Island and the hyper-realistic dinosaur from Mario Odyssey, which after hilarious shenanigans is turned into a baby, which would make you think that in the third act he would turn back to normal for some sort of comedic bit or something, but no, they couldn't even get that right. Nice. After getting saved by the Lumas, Fox pilots the observatory ship they live on, and they attack yet again. Can I also say I find the Lumas a bit too annoying, but that's honestly one of the more forgivable aspects of this movie. They then invade Bowser's scary lava planet and fight the duo. Peach runs off to save her sister, while the others fight them off. Mario turns Bowser into a reference by throwing him into the lava by referencing the first Super Mario Bros. Game, making his skin melt off. So I guess he's just Dry Bowser forever now. It probably won't stick. He's then defeated when Luigi gets Bowser Jr.'s paintbrush weapon and creates a reference, and then Jr. uses his brush to make another reference that for some reason he can't control. Maybe he never made anything that big before. I don't know. The movie doesn't really explain it. Then, out of his ass, Mario just pulls out a new star that turns into a reference to defeat the reference and save the day. All while Peach saves her sister and stops the cannon using the nebulous power that emits when they both touch their palm. I have no idea what the fuck this is, as it's not anything from the games and is the biggest sequel baiting bullshit I have ever seen in my goddamn life. After this, they put the Bowsers in prison and celebrate with Rosalina, saying the Lumas can visit her after they beg her, which is stupid, because the whole reason why the two sisters were separated is because we retconned in this movie that there is some sort of evil dark force that we just don't know. It's after their power. She throws her literal baby sister through a warp pipe, which this are not used in this movie at all. Kind of weird thinking about it. Huh. Which, other than it being really stupid to throw your literal baby sister through a pipe, why didn't Rosalina get captured if they were going after them? How the hell did she get away? Who's even after them? Did the people writing this movie even know? Probably not. Also, if this feels familiar, it's because it's basically the same exact bullshit we got in the beginning of the first Sonic, which also sucked. Has still gone unexplained, but at least that wasn't retconned in a sequel later. So despite them being so scared of this evil dark force that they literally couldn't see each other despite her knowing that was her sister, I guess now it just doesn't matter. They can just hang out and whatever. Like, who cares? Whatever. Fox also gets his ship fixed so he can go back to his universe in a spin-off, which you bet your ass is being made as we speak. We also have a post-credit scene where we see Daisy, so I'm sure the next movie will be called Super Mario Land and be full of characters and locations from Mario is Missing. Where to begin? The first Mario movie was about Mario. about him trying to make something of himself and live up to the expectations of his family and the people around him. Is this extremely cliche and like literally every movie you have ever seen in your life? Absolutely. Trite it may be, but at least it's something. This movie is about, well, nothing, quite frankly. We have two characters that get any major focus at all, Mario and Princess Peach, and Mario definitely doesn't feel like the main character most of the time. His plot feels more secondary and is more about Peach and him not knowing how to confess his feelings for her. While yes, this is one of the most boring arcs of all time, it is at least something, but the movie seems to forget about that most of the time and almost never lets marinate. For example, there's this scene towards the beginning of the movie, and Peach says she hates parties and talks about how alone she feels not having a family. And in your head, you can sort of imagine him trying to say something sweet and maybe it coming out wrong or something like that. But instead, it's a whole lot of nothing but an excuse for Mario to give her a reference. And then we're off to the next scene because this movie is always moving at 5 million fucking miles per hour. God forbid your child have a thought. We need new stimulating images immediately. I don't mean to come off as too offensive, but this does feel like an AI generated script at times. Characters are constantly just explaining what you already know or sounding completely brain dead, and while events happen, they don't feel like events, more like things just happen without much rhyme or reason. There's then the real main character, Princess Peach. You could say her arc is finding her sister, and she feels lonely and finds out she has a sister in trouble and fails to save her and feels sad for a second before instantly getting help, then saves her sister. What was learned? It just feels like things happening to her, which she deals with little to no trouble, and if she does, it's for literally 2 seconds. This is also probably a textbook example of a nitpick, but fuck it, I'm gonna bring it up anyway because it drove me fucking insane. So she lost her entire kingdom to both plumbers, which is crazy, but that I can handle, whatever. But then Mario and Luigi get separated and never even seem to care where everyone else is, and Peach sees them and is happy to, despite leaving them in charge. Did you forget that they were like in charge? Did you forget you left them in charge? You forget you're like a queen of a country? You didn't even ask about it till the very end of the movie for a really lame punchline. It says, Peach, you are a terrible monarch. The music in this is also a little crazy. And none of it is bad, it is also mostly referential, which is usually a lot more defendable in movies, at least to me when it comes to music scores. Here, it would probably be nice if it lasted for more than 3 seconds. There are also some real random ones. Did anyone else catch the Great Fairy Temple, or am I the crazy one? At least there aren't any licensed songs, except Juicy, but that was the best part of the movie. I'm not even gonna complain. We have to talk about the references. What was once an Easter egg 10 years ago is now considered key jingling. While it may have been cute at one point to have a reference every so often, especially when tackling an older property into a new iteration, people are growing quite sick of it. While nostalgia is all the rage these days, every time something is very popular, there's a backlash brewing, and it usually strikes with a vengeance. I think in a post Ready Player One world, people are just sick of this lazy reference. It doesn't mean much that you added the whole crew from Mario 2 when they act nothing like they did in that game. It doesn't feel like it's from the heart. It just feels fake and performative, like you're doing it to win over the jaded fan or the very easily appeased fanboy who claps whenever they see something they recognize. This movie has it worse than maybe any movie I've seen, meaning almost every frame of this movie is some sort of reference, and it's just exhausting. Maybe it would have been fine if there was a story to go along with it. It's frustrating too because so many defenders of this movie will say it's for the fans when it's obvious this movie is chock full of references to hide the fact that there is literally no substance there. Kids' movies don't have to try and be smart for the parents who take their kids anymore. Now they just have to fill it up with shit they recognize. It's bleak. The other big defense being, whatever, man, it's just a kids' movie. Who cares? While, yes, I don't think you should expect Citizen Kane from something made for diaper babies, can we at least ask for more than this? Remember when Disney was the standard? While a child might not be able to appreciate a steak, that doesn't mean you should feed him dog food, is all I'm saying here. It just feels so tired. Everything feels so forced. The movie is completely half-assed, basically exists to set up future movies, characters, and a potential cinematic universe because God hates me. Oh, well, there's also the marketing empire, but that's a whole other thing. While this feeling of unimportance reflects in the plot, I think it also reflects in the performances, which are worse this time around. There's just a considerable lack of effort, and you can hear it in Chris Pratt's tired Mario. Luis Guzman not giving a single fuck anymore. Hey, whatever, man. Get that check, brother. The only thing that they really tried on was the animation, which looks amazing, but even then, it's missing that oomph, that je ne sais quoi. Basically, I just don't care, and I've also just never been a fan of these models. Look at Bowser's face. I hate it. That really leaves only one thing left to talk about. This is the part where I bitch about Star Fox. Love Star. Well, honestly, I love Star Fox 64. I haven't really played the others, but I have the 3DS remake like a thousand. Super fast gameplay, memorable lines, and great music. It's a classic. One of the best games. Definitely. But that's besides the point. Fox McCloud is in this movie. He's introduced when Peach goes to the railway in sort of jokey scene where they blitz through his origin and his deal and how he got stuck here from another universe, which is a thing that nobody even questions. You hear guys from another universe and you don't even ask about it. You don't even react to the fact that other universes exist. Okay. Well, I don't think this alone would have made the movie good. It would have added, something. All good food has a little flavor, right? Anyway, Star Fox is barely a character. He's more of a vehicle, literally, to move our characters and barely even has any interactions with characters at all. You think they might do a love triangle thing with him, Peach, and Mario, or at least make Mario jealous of him, but not even, because that would be something, and this movie just cannot do that. He just kind of exists to do cool shit and be an ad for a movie or series that isn't out yet, which just kind of sucks. I also don't like the characterization of Fox McCloud, what little there is, anyway. He's just more of a dude bro, which was never really my interpretation. He was always a bit more on the dorky and uptight side from his dialogue and voice in 64, but whatever. At least it put Star Fox back in people's minds, I guess. It was definitely unexpected. It did get me to stop LARPing and beat the first game earlier that the SNES got home. At least. I gotta say, this really sucked. The first movie is one that only gets worse in hindsight. This one, on the other hand, is dead on arrival. Critically, that is. This movie will make billions, and you will have a Danny DeVito Wario movie, whether you like it or not, and that's just this bitch of an earth we live on. I hope the next outing is at least halfway decent, if not for my sake, but for the children watching these dog shit flicks. Honestly, despite being a diehard Nintendo fan with a giant M encrusted into my skull, I don't know if my shill ass could be dragged into watching a third movie. Who am I kidding? They got me by the ball. Oh, that was a doozy. Full disclosure, I wrote this video like right when I left the movie theater, basically, after watching this. There I am a little late to the party. Like, I never bring up the new Star Fox game that at the time of recording was like just announced, which not really too happy about, but I guess I'll wait and see. But I mean, it's just another fucking remake of 64 and looks hideous, but at least it's kind of funny. Well, I hope you guys like the review. If you like the movie and you agree with me, tell me what. Tell me to go fuck my if you want. It'd be fine. And while you're here, maybe leave a like or a dislike. And thanks for watching the video. And Maybe play the real Mario Galaxy game that doesn't suck.
Oh, you want to play a good game? Well, go to your old buddy Wario. I know a good game. Raid Shadow.
We await your return, warrior.